My God is awesome. As we celebrate the greatness of our God, He's great to be praised. So there's your song that says this, I know it's awesome. It is Monday motivation, and we know our God is awesome. Don't let your past define your calling. That is what we're talking about today, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like your past has disqualified you from your purpose that God has for your life? Well, let me tell you today about a man named Moses and what he went over. We're talking Moses, and a murderer, an outcast, a runaway who still was able to fulfill one of the greatest calling in history. So stay tuned as we dive into the story of Moses on Motivation Monday. My name is Cathy McReynolds, and we're coming to you from Bible Business Academy. How are you all today? Let us know where you're tuning in from. What kind of business is he calling you to start? And have you let your past define your future? Define who you were called to be, define your purpose. And if you have, I get it, y'all. We've all been there. It's time to stop. So as we get into a little morning motivation before we get started, say hello so we can say hello back. Make sure you hit that like and share button so that we can help you build a business with biblical principles. And you can learn more about that at BibleBusinessAcademy.com. Yes. We're going to get started in a minute, y'all. Go ahead and hit that share button. Get your Monday morning motivation ready. Only God can save us, y'all. Come on. But he needs you to go do the work, right? Come on. All right. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Today we're talking about don't let your past define your calling. Do not let your past define your calling. If you ever felt like you were disqualified, have you ever felt that way? That you were disqualified from the purpose that God has called you for your life, for your business? Well, let me tell you this. We're going to talk about a man named Moses. Y'all know who Moses is. He was a murderer. He was an outcast. He was a runaway who still, despite all of that, filled one of the greatest callings in history. Man, come on now. If he did all of that, imagine what you can do. Moses' story is such a reminder that God's call is not determined by our past, but by his purpose. Just think about that. Think about Moses. Moses was born into a system designed to destroy him. He was abandoned as a baby. Abandoned, right? He was sent floating down a river because his family had no other choice. Maybe your family had no other choice on how you was raised. He grew up in a palace that wasn't his home. He was surrounded by people who didn't share his identity. He had so much going against him. And then in a moment of anger as an adult, Moses killed an Egyptian. And he feared for his life. So guess what he did? Like a lot of us do, he fled into the wilderness. Maybe you didn't go into the wilderness, but you fled and you left everything behind that you knew. And for 40 years, y'all, Moses lived as a fugitive. He was tending sheep in the middle of nowhere. Imagine the guilt that he was feeling. Imagine the shame that he was feeling. Imagine the abandonment issues he must have carried, just like a lot of us do today. But here's the powerful part. Here's the most powerful part that I want you to take from this. Even after all of that, God showed up. God showed up in the middle of the wilderness. He appeared to Moses in a burning bush and said, I'm sending you. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. And you can find that in Exodus 3:10. Where is he sending you? Where have you been? What is your wilderness? See, here's what we can learn from Moses' journey. And I want to share some points of what we can learn from his journey. Number one is don't your past doesn't cancel your purpose. Your past does not cancel your purpose. Moses was a murderer. He was in exile. And he was a man full of doubt, and yet y'all, God still called him to lead his people out of Egypt. So no matter what you've done or how far you've been running, God's plan for your life is still intact. It has not changed. Just remember that it has not changed. For your business, it has not changed. Number two, God prepares you in the wilderness. What has been your wilderness? Moses' wilderness was 40 years in the desert, thinking his life was over. Maybe yours has been 40 years on the job. Maybe yours has been doing what you didn't think you were called to do, but those are the times when you were being prepared for leadership. And sometimes in business you feel that you're called to start that dream that's in your heart, and it feels like it's being delayed because God is shaping you. That's what's happening during that season. Ask yourself, okay, God, ask God, how are you shaping me during this period? The third thing that you want to look at is God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the call. He qualifies who he has called. And when God called Moses, Moses immediately said, like we do, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh? And that's in Exodus 3:11. You might be saying, who am I that I should run this business? Just like him, he didn't feel capable. But God wasn't looking for his ability. He was looking for his availability. So are you available so that God can use you? Are you willing to be available? Number four, you can come back from anything. You can come back from anything. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter what you've done. If God is calling you to start that business, if God is calling you to write that book, if God is calling you to step into that ministry, guess what, y'all? He's going to equip you to do what he is calling you to do. So remember that he will qualify you to do whatever you are called to do. So if you're ready to embrace your calling, no matter what you've been through, what your journey has looked like, what you've done, what you haven't done, I'm going to invite you to join the Faith and Freedom membership. It's a membership that we have here at Bible Business Academy that will help you to learn how to build a business and a life that truly honors God. What we're going to do is show you how to apply those biblical principles to your business and trust God for the results. And that's all we need to do is just trust him, because he is so faithful in what he says that he's going to do. And we know, okay, I'll leave you with this scripture, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And that's in Romans 8:8. So what purpose have you been called to? This week, I want you to remember that your past is not your prison. Your past is not your prison. It is a platform for God to show his power. So be available. Get ready to step into your calling. Step into your calling with boldness, knowing that God is with you every single step of the way. He got you. You just got to go do what he called you to do and be bold and courageous while you're making that happen. And don't let your past define your purpose. I hope that brought you all value today. Let me know in the comments what you got from that. Don't forget to hit that share button. Again, my name is Cathy McReynolds. We're with Bible Business Academy. You can go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com. We got a free report there that you can download so that you can begin your journey of faith and freedom. All right, y'all, have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow on Tech Tuesday. All right, y'all, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.